I remember there's one of Baudelaire's essays, and I'm a great admirer of Baudelaire, and he's like the great first modern art critic, but he says basically that the discussion about how paintings are made is of concern only to painters. It's a technical thing, and so on and so forth. Now, when he was saying this, of course, painting was a very different creature. Mm-hmm. You know, it was about representation, it was about illusion, it was about other things. So how you got there perhaps didn't matter so much, but in our time, painting has been very much about reading its process. You know one painting from another, and you know what it's about, in a sense, by how it's making difference from making another. And the fact that there's no erasure here, a lot of New York school painting is about put it on, take it off. This is indeed in phases and layers, and one of the key things, and one of the things I like a lot about this work, is at every point there's very fresh paint. You know, it's like it doesn't get cluttered. It stays incredibly aerated and open, even though there's more and more and more and more paint on it. And I wonder about whether the paintings are, in a way, kind of a primer of how to look at them. I mean, the painting says, this is what I am, and this is how I got to be that way, and therefore this is how you can understand what I am, is by tracking my levels and layers and strokes, sure, and so on.
Sure.
Most people don't have any idea how a painting is made. You go into the studio every day. You know, you try to work every day. And, you know, you don't wait for the moment of inspiration. You know, that might come or not come. Working as an artist is just like working almost like anything else. You know, you go to work. Let's get the bottom. Once I define all the four edges, I always feel better. You know, sometimes I think my subject matter is the paint itself. And there are a lot of artists that do, you know, focus on the material. And I'm, let's say, semi-focused on the material. I really do think that the material dictates a lot of what the painting's going to be. But at the same time, I do have this other concept of what I want the paintings to say, which is not just about the material. It's a lot of canvas to cover. So one of the first things you want to do is cover it. And once I cover the canvas, I'm making changes to find the identity in the painting, to find the personality, the friend, or whatever, you know. And then you start to work it up. Okay, you're just putting on this thick oil and knife and brush and fingers and rags. And you might work 8 hours, and you step back finally at the end of the day, you've really put in this good solid day, and you look at the painting and say, what have I done? It's like so little has been covered, you know, and all the, because it's big, you know, it's big. There's nothing like a big painting. I mean, there's nothing like it to do it. And I would love to make a bigger painting. I just can't get a bigger painting out of here.
What's that? It has braces. Right now? Do you have a broom with you, Barbara?
Sure. Broom, sure.
Oh, you got it? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, I'm letting go. Now to get up here.
help you guys. Come lower. Okay. Okay, uncle. You come lower? Yeah.
Wow. Whoa, too much. Too much. I can't imagine just starting in one spot. You know, that's having a preconceived idea that, well, you start here and you work over there, and that's, I'm sure some people work that way, especially those that work from drawings, they can work that way. But obviously, I need to go everywhere. I have been using about a 4-inch bar on this proportion painting for a number of years. The reasons for it have moved and changed as the paintings have moved and changed. In the early works, it was a foil for the activity of the rest of the painting. But now it's more of a dialogue. There has to be a real movement between the two.